you know Durk, right? And this is like the last question I want to know: guilty or not guilty, from your point of view? Not in the sake of like guilty, like committed to homicides, right? Like did that. We're not talking about the trial. We're talking about the person, right? As far as like the same thing that he told you, do you think he should have told that to himself? Guilty or not guilty? Is he guilty of the same thing that DJU is guilty for, that I'm guilty for? Right? Before he's even guilty in the courtroom.
King Von up a lot of people's lives.
Wow. The streets unplugged. You know we gotta plug the streets in, because the streets ain't been plugged in a while. I swear to God, my mama. Listen, one thing I say, I appreciate you coming on the platform. I appreciate you addressing the fact that you lost a lot of people on the platform. Listen, if you're watching this, I just want to say this, right? People choose to say what they choose to say when they get on the platform, right? I don't per se think or say that DJU is responsible for said homicides in Chicago, though a lot of people spoke on his platform. We can't give him 100% credit for that, not 100%. But we gotta say, if we gonna blame Adam 22 for the things that he do, we gotta also point the blame at people like DJU.
So what do I do?
Same thing that Adam do, same thing we all do. We destroy.
Okay.
And right, but
So how do you feel like I've destroyed?
but you do deeper than that because you rebuild, right? You do deeper because you destroy and build. It's all about balance, right? You don't. One thing I say about you, I'm gonna say this about you. I'm gonna say this about you. Be honest with you. When I called you, I said, "Yo, DJU, that interview did good."
Now I want you to tell me how did
I'm telling you,
destroy it.
I need more money, right? You say you sent me money before we did the interview. The money was gone for hella long. Fuck the interview. You ain't really throw up the money. I'm like, damn, he a good nigga. So you destroyed it by doing this. Same reason how I destroyed it. But I destroyed it for a reason. So when I put a nigga on my platform to speak their truth, right, I know it's gonna bring pain. But my thing is bring it to the head, right? Let's bring all this shit to the head so we can look for a solution, right? So you destroyed it by giving them a platform, a big platform that made other people feel like, you know, like it's like a lot of times, like Ruger and them. Ruger wouldn't have talked about that unless he was a big. Don't respond to people unless they on big enough platforms. Your platform was so big when like Jeff get on there and talk about they ops, whether unknowingly or knowingly, secretly, if you know it, they ops gotta respond.
Right. I can agree with that.
Right. And so I think that's how.
Yeah, so I probably was doing some destruction unintentionally or unintentionally.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. Yeah. I'm gonna share this with you before we wrap up. The last time I talked to Lil Durk was the last time I talked to him was his birthday bash, but like
We saw you there.
right, but like a full conversation was Memorial Day 2024, right? Yeah. And his manager, Durk manager, his name SB, but I know him as Said, because we went to grammar school together. Feel me? So Said called me, or SB. SB called me. Shout out to SB.
Right.
He called me. It was Memorial Day 2024. And I answered on the first ring. You feel me? Because
Right.
if Durk manager calling you, then that's damn near Durk calling you, right?
Right.
But like I said, we went to grammar school together, so I'm gonna pick up for bro regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
SB called me Memorial Day 2024. I answered the phone. I'm sitting in my apartment in Minnesota. And he like, what you on, bro? Or he probably said, what you on, gang? let me not make this short story long. My point is, SB called me. He said, what's up, bro? I got Durk on the line. Do you got a few minutes to talk? You know what I'm saying? I said, of course. You feel me? And when Durk got on the phone, he congratulated me on all of my YouTube success with DJ UTV. He let me know that this is what they watching on a daily basis. You feel me? And he told me to move past the is the word that he used. You know what I'm saying? And he shared with me how he used the to advance his music career. You know what I'm saying? But it gets to a point, if you know better, then you do better.
Right.
Or when you know better, you do better. Not
Right.
an if, but when. Because it's going to come to a point in which you're going to learn better.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so he told me, don't compete with no jumper because they competing with you. You feel me? He said, you the voice of the trenches, but don't destroy the trenches, uplift the trenches. This is what Durk told me. I'm sharing this with you right now because we were just talking about destroying. You feel me? So you really just reminded me of our conversation.
Well, I like that. So
Hold on, let me finish. Because I feel like I let Durk down. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Durk let Durk down.
Listen. Like I said, that was Memorial Day 2024. That was May 2024. So by October 2024 is when we was doing his birthday bash. He invited me out. You know what I'm saying? And when I was backstage at the concert,
Right.
I was uploading the Fully Chopped interview.
Right.
Fully Chopped like 16, 17 years old. It was him, Q50 with Lil 50, DMG Lil Scoon, and somebody else. I think Jada was on the couch. No, Jada went on the couch. But my point is, I interviewed some kids about what they got going on in the streets. And I had no clue what they had going on in the streets. You
Right.
feel me? But the shit they shared with me on my platform was some that was really going on in the streets. And I was uploading this interview while I was backstage at the concert. And while I was uploading, I'm thinking to myself, like, damn. Smirk told me to stay away from and I'm backstage uploading some
Right.
like, you know?
With Smirk.
And so I say that to say sales. You feel me? And it's hard to maneuver out of that space when you're trying to make a living for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I could have a intellectual Harvard graduate, you feel me, PhD, master's degree interview. It might score 20, 30,000.
Finish.
But let me do let me interview a teenage ass crash out. You feel me? A little boy that's 14, 15 years old, running around the hood with a gun in his hoodie. Right. I'm doing $250,000 in 24 hours. Why is that? You tell me. But these are the things that I observe, you know what I'm saying? And these are the things that make my business.
Right.
So I know the last time me and you talked, I said, man, Unc, I'm trying to get away from that drill. You feel me? Like I'm trying to, you know, like move forward. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to expand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's hard.
Right. Let me ask you one question. This is a question I want to ask you because, like, you know Durk, right? And this is like the last question I want to know. Guilty or not guilty? From your point of view, not in the sake of like guilty, like committed to homicides, right? Like did that. We're not talking about the trial. We're talking about the person, right? As far as like the same thing that he told you, do you think he should have told that to himself? Guilty or not guilty? Is he guilty of the same thing that DJ U is guilty for, that I'm guilty for? Right? Before he's even guilty in the courtroom.
King Von f***ed up a lot of people's lives.
Wow. That's enough to say it all. Listen, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This has been a crazy episode, Streets Unplugged. You know, we had to plug the streets in live from Chicago, right? Listen, DJU, we appreciate you coming on the platform, gang. Anything you need to say, what we expecting from your platform, when you coming back, how's it coming back?
I appreciate you, Unc, and I apologize, you know, if I came off away.
No, you had to come off how you come. I mean, I had to get that. I had to get right, and I apologize too. Sometimes you can grill a motherfucker kind of hard, but at the same time,
it was cool. You know, I ain't.
We gotta know though. We gotta know because like a lot of times, you know, nigga, you DJ, you.
I hate that I'm emotional like this.
Nah, but you big. You the biggest thing in Chicago. You competed. You gotta feel good competing with no jumper fresh out of Chicago.
That's what I'm trying
you
to tell you.
You competed with everybody.
That's
what
I'm, nah, that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Unc. It ain't about that. That's not what I'm on.
Right. I get that part.
You feel me?
I get that part. I respect
them. Dude, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, my objective is to make a difference.
Right. You don't think you made that difference?
I feel like I've made a negative influence. I've made a negative impact. But listen, I'ma just, I know we wrapping up.
How many rappers built themselves off that platform? That's
it ain't many rappers that built themselves off DJU TV platform. Yes, it's more rappers that died than it's more.
Music went up.
Listen. I know my platform. You feel me? There's more that done died on my than it is niggas that done succeeded from my bro.
It's only in a sense you look at it. They music went up. They had a great time before they died. I'm keeping it real. They was up. And shit ain't funny. They was up. They was doing good. DJ, no, I ain't trying to be funny. DJU brought them that fame because that's what they wanted. You gave them exactly what they wanted, exactly what they needed, and they had to kill them. It ain't your fault. It ain't my fault. Listen, I just had a nigga on my platform.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I'm gonna cut you off. I'm talking to the people real quick. Because they don't even know.
Oh, they know you a piece of shit. I mean, they know you.
No, they don't know. Like, this got me over here in tears, but like, this ain't the first time. You feel me? We had really made us a real good interview one night.
And you lost it.
Nigga, the shit you sent me back was bogus. Stop playing with me, Damn, why motherfucker?
Listen, every time I see you something back, you say it's bogus, but I'm just learning.
It be bogus as hell. That's why I had to come get with you.
I'm just learning, gang. It ain't like I know what I'm doing.
But I'm spending my money on your learning expenses.
Yeah, but nigga, I do it over. I repeat. You know that.
You do, and then, but we'll
I
talk about
repeat.
that later.
I don't know what nobody is. That shit was still right. I told you it was ass. You want to put out a clip. Nobody want to see no clip. You can put out a full interview with trash. They gonna watch it. They watch my trash when it's full. They ain't gonna watch my trash when it's clip.
Right.
They don't wanna watch no clip trash. Listen, but we appreciate you coming, man. Listen, if y'all want to see more DJU, I'm telling him to join the network. But he's so weird when it comes to joining the network. He wants to have his own thing. He got his own thing coming. But I'm trying to build something, and he trying to build something. I think we should collide and join the network. But it's like I'm not trying to be nobody's boss. I'm trying to be partners. I'm trying to partner with him.
No, it's all good. At the end of the night, I just want to say I appreciate you, Unc. And if I could just leave a message to those that's watching, you know, because I just got a little emotional on this motherfucker. I know they go clip it and
you up, you lit. Yeah, you up. We viral. How's that about, baby?
Yeah, I just gave you a good one. But what I'm trying to say is, take care of your mental health. That's for everybody. I'm steady laughing, but I'm dead serious. Like,
so DJ, you retarded.
Why he laughing for? Why he laughing?
So you said, we out of this bitch. Streets Unplugged.
Why he laughing for? I'm trying to give him.